Hello. Let's find out what next week is going to bring. Before we dive in, I would like to ask you to subscribe, like this video, leave comments, and if you're interested in getting a personalized reading that touches upon your own questions and topics that interest you about your life, do check out my website and see the types of readings that I offer. You can also get in touch with me via email, and I can help you decide which reading type fits you and your situation best. Without any further ado, let's see what theme the Gipsy cards are going to bring up. Okay. Our card for the upcoming week is Thought, Gondolat, Gedanken, Pensé, Misao, Pensiero. So this is interesting because it's one of the more abstract ones in the deck. Usually when it comes to the Gipsy cards, we're getting these really concrete and figurative messages concerning marriage or, widows and widowers and stuff. And this one seems to be an odd one because thoughts can refer to basically anything. As we're going through our lives, our everyday lives, our thoughts are constantly being generated in our minds, and we're subjected to whatever the inner dialogue is bringing up at that given moment. We have very little control over the kinds of thoughts that show up in our heads. Interpretation of thoughts is where we can exercise a little bit of control, and that takes some practice. So let's see what kind of thoughts we are going to be battling with, or what kind of thoughts are going to inspire us in the upcoming week. Oh, this is the Ace of Cups. So it seems as though our thoughts are dominated by romantic undertones, potentially. And when it comes to the Ace of Cups, we have this really intense, effective presence. So the emotive layer of these thoughts seems to be overwhelming. So cognition and feeling, they are very difficult to separate, and perhaps it doesn't even make a lot of sense for us to try and set them apart. But what we are getting here with the Ace of Cups is that the thoughts that are being born in your head, they have the potential to upset you, to fire you up, to steer your belief system and your way of interpreting your world in a direction that is filled with passion. And it's as though you're filtering for emotionally charged content. And that could have multiple implications. On the one hand, it could point to increased distractibility. So if you're trying to focus on something very practical that requires your undivided attention, this could be trouble. Perhaps there's a crush or some kind of love interest emerging that your mind is still processing. And as an upside, it has the potential to open up your mind and your heart to a potential connection, a relationship deepening or forming with another person. So let me pull another card to give us some guidance on how to manage this. Actually, I think this combination is best described or best labeled as daydreaming, a propensity for daydreaming. And whether that's maladaptive or something that has some good results, we're going to find out. All right, so the advice is the Six of Pentacles, which in contrast with the Ace of Cups is very down to earth, very matter of fact energy. And the main message here is balance. So notice when you go overboard. Notice when these technicolor fantasies, these imagined realities and scenarios, they flood your mind and they are no longer serving a purpose. Notice when balance is needed. And the idea with the Six of Pentacles is that we all exist in systems of interdependence. So other people are counting on you, and in turn, you can count on them to anchor you if your thoughts are kind of running overboard, or if you're losing control over them. Any kind of grounding activity with other people where, there are some mundane tasks that you need to do together, things that need to get done. Those kinds of things can really bring you back to earth. And I feel like that's going to be necessary here and there. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. Again, if you like my videos, please subscribe, leave comments, and like this video, and visit my website to book a reading. Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.